I have my wife with me today. She wanted to go over her little pistol, the Sig P365. Tell the people in YouTube land how you remember it's 365.
So, the only way I can remember the numbers or what model it is it's 365, so one bullet for every day of the year.
Makes perfect sense. So, she began shooting. What was it? She began shooting IDPA with a little 22 that we have just to get more proficient. There's no score that we were interested in or splits or anything of that nature. The guys began to make a little fun of her that she was shooting a BB gun, and
even though I was doing well.
She was doing well. So the 365, she decided to begin shooting it simply because it is the gun that she carries, and being more proficient with what you have is obviously important. So please tell everyone why you like the Sig P365.
One thing that Brian is really good at doing in trying to find a gun that for me is to go and put your hands on them, see how they feel, do they feel comfortable, because what works for him, obviously he's got bigger man hands, is not going to more than likely work for me, and same for most other females. And so, and he was really good to not put something in my hands and have me try it out and shoot it, knowing that it might, shock me, scare me, or whatever, just to get a laugh. So I appreciate that about him, that he wants me to feel comfortable with the gun. And so over the years, like I've shot multiple ones. My first one was the HK, right? 45. It's probably my favorite. I feel like I shot it really well also, but it's really big and heavy and bulky and kind of hard for me as a personal carry to haul that thing around, even though I felt comfortable shooting it. So we've tried a couple other ones and eventually landed on this one, and it's nice and slender. It's short, small, it's comfortable for my hand. I like it's got a little extended, I don't know what that's called, tail or whatever that's on the, I don't know what it's called. Little extension part here.
Her clip's got a tail.
I don't know what it's called. Anyway, that is just more comfortable when I'm holding it. It really fits my hand really well. I'm not pointing at you.
I know.
Okay. So that's one of the reasons why I like it, and it's well balanced in my hand, especially when it's got a full mag in it. Yeah, I just feel comfortable shooting it. It shoots a 9mm.
9mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 365 9mm.
All of them.
All of them.
Okay.
I've always thought that it was important to have something that she felt comfortable with. You can obviously shoot anything once or twice and get by, but having something that you feel confident in is important. We both shot at night at the IDPA match. One thing that I had never shot at night, and neither had she, and wanted to do that. Most bad things and bad people show up at night, and I wanted to know what the flashlights can do, would do, how they presented on a target. And she was holding a small Olight flashlight and shooting, and I realized that there was a little small light made for these and picked one of those up. Obviously, it adds a little bulk to the gun, so we had to have a little holster made for it. This gun, because of how short the barrel is, I mean, it's literally that long, there is a lot of unburnt powder that is exposed at night, and under a flashlight while shooting, that causes a lot of what I call whitewash, and the target can become obscured.
Yeah, after I shot, it was just a big cloud of smoke, and it took, shot once, it took a couple seconds easily for it to kind of clear enough to where I could feel comfortable making that second shot and moving on to the next target. So,
you know, your first shot is, I would think, the most critical shot that you would make if you have to do such a thing. But having something like this, whether it's this short or another gun like what we have with the Glock 19 and 17, having lights on those, take the opportunity, go and shoot it at night. It is totally different in how the target is perceived. And again, because every gun is going to put off probably some unburnt powder, so you're going to have a little bit of that cloud, what I would refer to as a cloud. That smoke that exposes, but having a light that not necessarily is crazy bright, but having enough lumen and enough throw that it's going to really pierce that smoke, so that even though it's obscured, you can still see what you're shooting at.
right, I guess it would just project it through that instead of just right.
And I'm not big on lasers. Some people like lasers. I got caught up in that years ago. I don't really like lasers. To me, it just shows me how inaccurate I really am. You know, it's all over the place. When you're shooting and trying to shoot for speed and accuracy, but you're really trying to shoot the gun quickly, I never look down the sights. I never acquire the sights. This has night sights, and they're very good. It's a really bright green. Green is very easy for me to see and most people to see, but I'm not a big laser guy, and I didn't want her to get caught up in, okay, where's the laser at? No, where is the gun pointed? Where's your muzzle? And can you pull it and pull the trigger quickly and still hit the target? And she does really well.
Pretty well. Yeah, the 22 had a laser on it.
Red dot.
A red dot. Kind of the same thing, right? No?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. Anyway. So I did feel like I spent more time doing this, one, trying to locate it, and then where is it on the target, and then shooting. I mean, I still shot well, it just, my reaction time was slower. To acquire the target, I was focusing more on trying to find that dot. Where, like on this one, I think it just had like a regular white dot on it when we first bought it. I don't remember.
No, that one came just like that.
Oh, it
That
came
was
like
an
that.
HK.
Okay. Anyway, I just really like the green on it. It's a lot quicker to see when I do present it. You know, I can see really well, real quickly where that green is. And I know the more I get more comfortable with it and shooting it, I'll be more like what he's talking about, to where I can just, you know, have that natural position to throw up and know that I'm going to be on target or really close. But
You said natural position to throw up.
to throw it up. To throw it
I
up.
get it.
This is my life.
Yeah.
It's 25 years.
It's good. Okay.
Okay.
Probably the only other thing, it has front and rear serrations.
Mm-hmm. Grooves. For the ladies
Grooves.
that are watching.
So the ability to be able to grab and gain traction on the slide is in multiple areas, which is good. You want to be able to, what we work on is when you reload the magazine, not to try to send the slide home through the slide stop, but rather grab the slide so you know you have good, you're not fumbling trying to find some little tiny lever in a situation that, you know, where less than seconds count, is grabbing this and being able to release it and get that bullet where it needs to be.
Well, and then one thing that, which again, I don't know if it's normal or what, and we talked about it at the last shoot, that we did was when I would shoot and empty the gun, drop my mag, and then reload it. When I reload that next mag, I don't know if it was me doing it harder or whatever, you know, when I would load it, it would automatically load and drop, and the slide would drop forward. I didn't have to chamber that next round. It did it automatically. But sometimes it didn't. If I didn't do it quite as forcefully, then I would have to, you know, pull that back to drop it down so it'd be ready to fire. But
And that's good for,
I liked.
well, it's good for malfunction drills as well. So the gun may not always function the way you want it to, and being able under that type of pressure, and not have someone shooting back at you or coming at you with a knife or something of that nature, it gives you the opportunity to work through those so that it becomes somewhat natural. You know, I mean, a gunfight for us is never going to be natural. That's just not the world we live in, thankfully. But at least having a little bit of practice doing that, we feel is important. So anyway, anything else?
I guess. Yeah, I would say just if there are any ladies watching, or if there are dudes watching and you have a lady, not an old lady, don't do that. Don't call them that. That's not, I don't like it. But don't try to force them to get a gun that maybe you're comfortable with and you think that they should be. If there is any way for them to go out and try to shoot multiple guns to see what they're comfortable with, because that's more important. They can, I can move up to a different gun or a higher power or whatever if I want to, but I think finding what I'm comfortable with first is more important, so that I'm not scared of it. I can learn it, I can get comfortable with it and proficient with it, and then go from there. So anyway, just a little pointer, little tip.
No.
Yeah. Okay, should they subscribe? Yeah, you need to subscribe to this channel.
Click and like and thumbs up and all of that.
Have your wife subscribe.
Yeah, that's good. 2 subscribers per household.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Be awesome. Okay, we're good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good day.